Last year in the Coliseum, Mike Fratello also out without Terrell Brandon, looking for any kind of help he can get against the Knicks, who are favored to go to the finals. And Patrick Ewing throwing it down in the depleted middle. A 10-point lead, and the little man is not in too good a mood. This might brighten your outlook, Mike. But more Ewing in the second half did not. Right around Doherty. What a third quarter for Ewing, who had 16 points, hit 8 out of 9. But Cavs just kept coming back. Danny Ferry picking up some of the slack for the injured Nance. Tied a career high with 21. Cavs up 101-100. It's a 3-point game in the closing seconds. Ferry pushing Starks out. Ewing comes out for the pick. Starks has got to go to the corner. That's it to tie and sends it to overtime. He was 1 of 10 before hitting the shot to send it to OT. Then goes in the lane. Still can't find the hoop. But Oakley gets the board. He had 22 rebounds. He was 7 of 10 shooting. He had 19 to go with a huge night for Ewing, who had 44 after having 32 in their opening win. The Knicks are 2-0. The Cavs 0-2.
Who brought their own D. Derek Coleman, 29 points, 13 rebounds. The assist from Kenny Anderson. The Nets led 8 after 1. Anderson. Armand Gilliam, 14-point lead for the Nets at the break. Kenny doing it on his own. He had 19 points, 10 assists over the Admiral. Third quarter, Nets by 18, and Chris Morris. The rejection. Out to Derek Coleman. And the Nets dominated this game. The Spurs never got into it. Their lowest point total in franchise history. They shot just 33% from the floor. Robinson had 9 points. Rodman, 8 rebounds. The Nets, just their second win in 23 trips to pass. KJ to Barkley. KJ had 14 assists. Suns led by 16 after 1. Mitch had 20 in the first half, 25 for the game. Danny Ainge looking for Barkley. Barkley had 26. Kings down by 33. Kings coach Gary St. Jean and Charles having a laugh. Charles the final laugh. 132-110. The final in this one. AC Green did it again. Second straight 25-point performance. He added 14 rebounds. They're looking for Danny Manning. Manning had 33. Clippers on a 13-zip run. The Nuggets come back strong. Brian Williams. The steal and the former Orlando Magic, former Arizona Wildcat. Hurry up and make it. I'm running out of things to say. Then the other Williams. Reggie weaves through, finger roll. The Nuggets led it. And it came down to this. 3 seconds to go. Williams at the line. Hits the big free throw, 6 of 7 from the line. And Dan Issel and company win it by the final of 99-97.
With the money, the Hawks are paying John Koncak. They could spell his name right. That's C-A-K, not A-C-K. First quarter, Hawks up 17-11. Dominique, the assist to Koncak. He spells that one right. Second quarter, Dominique Wilkins, watch this play. Loses the ball on his own, gets it back. No traveling call. He puts it back up, hits the J. You could say Phil Jackson mildly disagreed with the call or lack of. He later got tossed from the game. Bulls make their run. B.J. Armstrong for 3. He's got it. B.J. had 23. Bulls are down 1. Then with time running down, Myers from just behind the half-court line buries it. Who needs Michael? We're tied at 44 at the break. Third quarter, more Myers. Blows by Koncak with the misspelled name. Bulls up 50-48. Fourth quarter, Tony Kukoc joins the fun. Guy thinks he's Magic Johnson. The feed to Horace Grant for the slam. And the Bulls go on for the win. Scotty enjoying it out of uniform. So no Pippen, Scott Williams, John Paxson. The Bulls win anyway. Maybe that's why Lenny Wilkins closed his locker room for a 20-minute chat afterwards. Bucks and Celtics both in a 1-1 situation. Sherman Douglas started out strong in a bunch of different ways. Douglas, the baseline drive. Douglas pulls up on the break and hits. And Douglas, the desperation 3 with the shot clock down at 1 and the buzzer. He was 6 for his first 6, ended with 19. The Bucks had some desperation too. Maybe the shot of the early season by Blue Edwards. No, not that shot. But watch this shot while off the floor, uses the glass. Thanks very much. Then Chris Corciani, the penetration, the dish to Kevin Gamble for the bucket. Dino Roger, the putback, but it's not necessary here in the States. Celtics win it 108-100. Sherman Douglas led 7 Boston players in double figures with 19. First 3 games, no Celtic player has scored more than Robert Parrish's 20 in the opener. 2 Western contenders get together. The Sonics visit the Jazz. The veteran Sam Perkins was hitting. Perkins from 3, he's got it. And this is not a replay. Watch Perkins from Provo. He's not really from Provo. It's just an expression for a long-range shot. Then he tries from just inside the 3-point line. He hits it. Perkins at 15. Game was close throughout. 76-75, end of the third. Michael Cage to Ricky Pierce, turns around, nails it. Why else would we show it to you? Sonics up by 1. Here's the great finish. Sonics up by 3. Ty Corbin, Tom Chambers, Jazz within 1. After a turnover, Karl Malone trying to mail this one in. 2 of his 22, Jazz by 1. Time running down. Ricky Pierce against Jeff Malone. Gets the rainbow to fall. Sonics by 1. Last chance for Utah. The mailman blocked by Sean Kemp. Jeff Malone for the win. Nothing doing, so the Sonics win it in dramatic fashion, 101-100. Seattle coach George Karl said afterwards, the only NBA player who could remember being as good a clutch shooter as Pierce, James Silas, who played with the Spurs from 73 through 81, was nicknamed Captain Late.
You're not going to stop, Mark. Lean in. Oh, Zoe with the swat. Larry Johnson from Muggsy. Up and in. Larry. Get out of here. And then it's the passing to John Hot Rod Williams with the reverse. Cavs in control. Good pick by Doherty. Price is up, hits the J. Fratello gets his first W. 108-103 is the final. John Battle scores 24 off the bench. First win for Fratello. Charlotte has yet to win at the Richfield Coliseum in 11 tries. Wolves on the road at the Alamo Dome. Up fake with authority. David Robinson, 43 points. And then watch Isaiah Ryder, the rookie, with the steal. Going to try to slam. Oh! 13 points for Isaiah. Sidney Lowe inspired. But watch, you got to watch the offensive glass work by Dennis the Worm Rodman. And then the throw over the head. It's a horse shot. Spurs win 110-95. How many rebounds for Rodman? 29, a Spurs record. Robinson gets a triple-double with 11 boards and 10 block shots. The Wolves' Michael Williams ended his NBA record for consecutive free throws at 97.
Either of them. That's Derek Coleman. That's a triple over Morningstar. Hey, Popeye Jones had his spinach, a career night, 12 points, 17 rebounds, 12 on the offensive end. Scores tied at 74 in D.C. Doesn't look so smooth on the play. Doesn't matter. It counts for the Jam. 86-80. Mavericks. What about 90? Not again. Not tonight. 6 of D.C.'s 28 came late in the game. Anderson, 6 assists, and said, Derek is our first option. We have an advantage. We have to use it. Winless Bullets in Detroit to meet the unbeaten Pistons. Wes Unsell's Bullets up by 1 at the half. Sean Elliott through the lane, the hoop, and a foul. He had 16 in the third. Late fourth, the Pistons trail by 1. Elliott has the ball again. And Michael Adams takes it away, and he's not giving it away. He's going to pull up, and like only Michael can do, hits the 3. Pistons up 106-102. Time running down. Bullets add some insurance. Rex Chapman, 115-109. They go on to win it 118-112. Olden Polynice, 16 points, 15 boards. Said afterwards, our defense was bad. Listen up, folks. It's very upsetting to lose to this team because we know we're a better team. And Washington was listening, correct? He's done nothing to dissuade those who think that way. 2 games, 2 wins. Hakeem, the top's high scorer and top rebounder in both. Weber didn't get the loudest ovation. The 3 injured Warriors did. Weber did get an ovation for plays like this. The great finger roll. And then later, Weber spins past Hakeem for the Jam. 5 of 12, 15 points for the youngin'. Things started getting in his way, though, like the rim on the dunk. But Owens was there for the follow. Down the other end, well, now the test really starts. How do you stop Hakeem, the patented fadeaway? And then more Hakeem. He's got 2 inches on Weber, and he shoots over him. Hakeem with 32. On the other end, he says, Chris, get that shot out of here. Tim Hardaway can't bear to watch, says, a couple years maybe. Rockets win it 102-93. For the first time this season, Thorpe, the team leader in rebounds with 13. Maxwell played 43 minutes, scored 24 points. Weber did appear winded at times. He played 34 minutes. The Blazers have dropped their first 2. Game 3 against the Lakers. Chris Dudley in the circle. Chris Dudley's ankle is fractured. It'll be reevaluated on Wednesday. They put it into a cast on Tuesday night. Second quarter, Blazers by 6. Van Exel, great pass. Trevor Wilson. Lakers down 8 at the half. Van Exel 10 assists. Wilson 16 points. Second half, Rod Strickland takes over to Harvey Grant for the Jam. Strickland had a team-high 8 assists. Then Strickland does it himself. Magic Johnson was at the game, said that's exactly how I used to do it. 109-102. Leading scores for Portland, pretty even. Robinson, Strickland, Harvey Grant, all with 22. Jerome Kersey struggled. Took 7 shots. He missed them all. Also out west, Suns and Clippers, early third. Watch Barkley go down on his already injured back. He would lay there for a while. He would return. 10 points, 16 boards. Kevin Johnson then takes over. The J drops. The J drops. The J drops for KJ. 6 of 8 with Barkley on the bench. 35 points, Suns by 14 at the end of 3. After that, Terry DeHare cuts it to 10. And Dan Marley, where are you shooting from? 35 points from Marley. Suns win it 114-99. 8 three-pointers in all from Marley. Ties a club record. Barkley didn't have a field goal in the first half.
The Knicks home opener, and there's Sean. First pro visit to Madison Square Garden. Hornets down to Bradley, and he's not going to dunk. He's going to bank it in. A couple years, he'll be 8 feet tall. He'll dunk it. Oh, look at Johnny Starks denied by Sean Bradley. Sixers led by 3 after 1. Ewing in foul trouble. Just 4 minutes in the first, but here's Pat on Sean and slam dunk everybody. Knicks go up by 11 at the half. Knicks put it away. Johnny Starks, the reverse slam, and you know, Hornacek's there. He got to grab the rim so he doesn't hurt himself, but they call a T. Knicks cruise 95-86. The Knicks outscored the Sixers in a 16-minute span in the second and third quarters. Jeff Hornacek pick up 2. Rick Smits misses the hook, and the Magic out and running. Scotty Skiles, 1 of 9 assists to Shaq Daddy. Look out below. 90-86 Magic on top. Pacers don't quit. Reggie for 3. He had 25 points. It's good. Pacers lead by 1. Then the Magic up by 1. And Shaq playing with the flu. Muscles fouled by Smits. Shaq had 37 and 8 boards. Magic pull away 104-98. The Pacers shot just 26% in the fourth quarter. Orlando was a perfect 3-0. Shaq was 14 of 19 from the floor, 9 of 16 from the line, 9 boards and 4 block shots. Nuggets at the Sonics. George Karl, everyone says you got a great team, George. What do you think? Perkins for 3, it's good. Then he spot up for another 3. Perkins, good from three-point land. Another 3. Sam Perkins was on fire. 9 of his first 15 points in the first quarter. Issel can't believe it. Perkins continues from three-point land. Another launch from 3. Sammy still on fire. Ties the NBA record, 7 for 7 from three-point range. That ties Terry Porter. Mohamed Abdul-Rauf jumps into Gary Payton, leap and lean is good. Didn't matter. Sonics win 118-86. Perkins ties the record. And Detlef Schrempf, 14 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. So they went out and got Rodman. And look, the Gorilla out of action, but the game went on. Barkley with the arm pad, initials of the child he visited in the hospital today. Charles over Robinson with authority. And the Gorilla's up and moving, no wonder. He's dancing with Dorothy Hamill, everybody. Third quarter, Barkley posts up the worm, the hoop, and the foul. 35 points for Charles, 20 rebounds. Rookie Chris Whitney out of Clemson. 10 assists, 1 to Robinson right here. The bank shot, more Barkley. 13 of 20 from the floor, more Robinson. The running scoop off the window. 18 in the third quarter, 32 in the game. In the fourth quarter, the Suns put it away. Danny Ainge, the give and go with Barkley, the lay-in. Suns win 101-93. Rodman corrals 25 rebounds. KJ had 19 points and 13 assists. Nigel Knight, playing his second game with the Spurs, scored 6 points and handed out 4 assists in 7 minutes of action. The Knicks at the Bullets. Ewing coming off a paltry 8 points Tuesday night, got going early. The runner through the lane, 28 in the game on 9 of 17 shooting. Ex-Knick Kenny Walker facing the old team. He'll follow the shot and slam it home. Walker again, the fadeaway J, 18 points, 14 boards for Kenny. Third quarter, it's Goose. Past Anthony Mason, just 11 points with a nice two-handed jam. Knicks up by 7 in the fourth. Johnny Starks for 3. Good. 27 points for Starks. Knicks hold on to win. 92-84 is the final. Ewing played 41 minutes despite being under the weather. I'm still not feeling well, he said. I have the cold or flu. He slips the D, gets the pass from Hornacek. Bradley had 6 first quarter points. Moses Malone welcomes the rookie A.C. Earl. The quick spin. Sixers led 32-28. Here comes Dino. Dino is Dinah. Oh, hurt me. Over Weatherspoon and Bradley. Sherm Douglas takes to the rack, gets hit in the face. No foul called. Celtics led by 10, 77-67. And look at Sean, the power outage, the full extension. Score tied 87-87 in the fourth. It's Sherm again. Off balance, Celtics by 2. Last chance for the Sixers. Dana Barros, no. tip up and in, but doesn't count. Offensive interference by Bradley. And there's the replay. He touches it. Celtics win 91-89. Fifth straight win over the 76ers. Gamble and X score 17. Sherman scores 16, including 4.
He made us all forget about Mike. Kukoc playing in the reserve role. First, JoJo body English rejects Danny Shays, and Kukoc with the easy slam dunk. Second half, Tony, remember this shot, from 3. He had his first 6 of 7, and the Bulls are up 1. Bucks come back. Blue Edwards said, JoJo, here's some body English to try on for size. 84-81 Bucks, still leading by 3. BJ took 8 shots, hit only 3, but these are big ones. The kiss off the glass. It's tied with 6 to go. Lowhouse is fouled. He hit them both. It's 90-88, and Kukoc. The play's designed for 3, and he nails it, and it's a winner. Mike, who? 91-90. Kukoc ends up with 18, besting his career high by 5. He was asked afterwards if he was the new go-to guy in Chicago and said, no, thank you. For tonight, it's great, but tomorrow is a new practice. The Hawks and the Jazz on Monday night against the Bulls. John Koncak was leading the cheer, give me a C, and then he got one. Finally, first quarter, Neek with a drive to Ogman, little pull-up, fall away, nothing but net. Second quarter, tied at 43. Mookie Blaylock would be driving. Mookie, you forgot the ball. Tyrone Corbin looks ahead to Jeff Malone. Jazz up by 2, both teams back and forth all evening. Fourth quarter, 85-83. Karl, the mailman, a 3-point play. It's the lead for good. Wilkins at 19, the mailman 26. He missed a triple-double by 7, only 3 assists. His shooting percentage from the field just slightly better than his points. He hit 28%, making 7 of 25. Out west, Lakers and Kings, Nick Van Exel, Antonio Harvey for the dunk. Kings have a rookie at point 2, Bobby Hurley. Watch him give it to Lionel Simmons for the dunk. Hurley with 6 assists. Simmons took 24 shots. He hit 14 of them. Everything was going in for the train. He had 33 points, and the Kings are up 23. Lakers cut it down to 6 in the fourth. Spud Webb rips it away from Rambo Man, and Dwayne Coswell, who hit 7 of 8, puts it away. The Kings hold on and win 112-101.
Downtown, launches the 3, gets the shooter's roll. Chuck Daly in a familiar pose. That's hang tough, DC. Goes in strong, the hoop and the foul. 35 points, 16 boards for Coleman. Nets up 2, less than 10 seconds left of the game. Miller again. Jumper, good. 28 points, 17 in the fourth. And then it's Pooh. Pooh. Pacers win 108-105. Pooh had 17. DC played well, but had to throw in the towel at the end. Reggie Miller was 11 of 20 from the floor, 2 for 2 on 3-pointers. A crowd of over 16,000 showed up at the Meadowlands to honor Petrovic, including his former Croatian teammates Dino Raja and Stojko Vrankovic. Shaq versus Alonzo did not live up to the hype. Shaq in the Beehive versus Alonzo, fouls it and jams it home. He had 19 points. Then Scott Skiles in trouble. Pretty bounce. Nick Anderson with the reverse. He had 10. Bad news for Orlando. Anthony Hardaway spins, twists the ankle, had to be carried off the floor, did not return in the ball game. The good news, it's not serious. He's questionable for Friday's game. Alonzo and the Hornets then took over. Running hook by Zoe. Off the miss, Zoe gets it. He had 18 on the night. Hornets rolled 120-87. Hornets, Shaq was 6 for 15 for 19 points and 8 boards. He did not play in the fourth quarter. Morning scores 18 on 4 of 6 shooting with 10 rebounds. Anthony Hardaway's ankle is okay. It was Orlando's first loss this year. Cavs at the Sonics. George Karl looking to go 4-0. It was Detlef Schrempf. Quick spin around Chris Mills and the lefty. Detlef can also pass underneath the Ricky Pierce, who scored 22. Detlef from deep, the 3. He had 22 points, 5 assists on the night. Cavs try to come back. Hot Rod Williams with 2 of his 14 on the reverse. Cavs cut it to 7. Gary Payton and crew would put it away. The nice drive and the bucket. Good if it goes. It goes. 2 of his 13. Sonics win 115-102. Stay a perfect 4-0. Quick passing, touch pass, cycling to Steve Smith for the throwdown. The Bucks have Kenny Norman. Flashback, 72 Munich. Norman at the buzzer, yes, he scored 30. Miami would come back. There's Geiger, quick move. Let's get a close-up of Matt. Let's see what he looks like. There he is, looking good. And the dribbling Ronnie Cycli with the extension slam. He led him with 33. Steve Smith, the rebound, right to left off glass. He had 24. In the end, Ronnie with the runner. Don't worry, Ronnie. Bad shot. Oh, Matt Geiger. Matty. Gets elbow. Bucks took it in the chin, though. 116-103. Miami coach Kevin Lockery said Ronnie Cycli is playing the best basketball I've seen him play at any point in his career. The Bucks made just 6 of 25 from the floor in the third, 14 of 23 shooting. Matt Geiger ties a career high. T-Wolves at the Rockets, sitting low, hoping for the Wolves' first win, having to face the dream. Robert Horry to Hakeem for the dunk. Nice passing, Vernon to Otis Thorpe with the one-handed throwdown. Rockets led by 12 in the first half, but watch out. Marlon Maxey, don't see a lot of him. Up against Hakeem, misses it, stays strong, and slam dunk. Rudy T worried. Rockets up by 2 at the break. And here comes the dream. Huge in the fourth. Fadeaway over Leitner. Scores 12 of his 36 in the final period. Leitner scores 22. Rockets win. Rockets have not had an opponent score of 100 points this year. Undefeated. The Wolves haven't won. They're 0-4. Hakeem was 15 of 17 from the floor. Pistons on the West Coast at the Clips. Will the Clips finally hit the century mark this season? Mark Jackson, 1 of 12 assists to Danny Manning, who scored 20 and grabbed 7 boards. Then it's Ron Harper. The steal from Isaiah to Jackson, back to Ron. Dipsy doing, he's fouled, and it goes. 10 points for Ron, and he's still moving. Don Chaney not happy, slap with the tee. Pistons going to lose 111-99. First time this year the Clips have gone over 100. Manning jammed his ring finger on his left hand. He'll have x-rays on Friday. Mark Jackson led the Clips with 21 points.